Best Home Espresso Machines for Beginners of 2024. My top picks come from Breville, Rancilio, and Gaggia. If you're looking to up your home barista game, but don't have the expertise or budget to shell out for prosumer-level equipment, all hope is not lost. There's a plethora of entry-level espresso machines available that brew quality coffee at a reasonable price. Many of them even have parts and features designed for much higher-end products. In fact, there are so many excellent entry-level espresso machines on the market. Choosing the right one for you might be a bit daunting. To make your life a bit easier, we've compiled a list of the best espresso machines for beginners as of 2024. Check it out in this video. Number 1. The best espresso machine for beginners. Breville Barista Touch Impress Espresso Machine. An updated version of the Barista Express Impress. The Touch Impress has the same auto-dosing and assisted tamping lever, only with a touch screen system that walks you through every step of the espresso process. It was great getting immediate real-time feedback, letting me know if the shots were too fast or slow and how to adjust the grind to achieve better results. With an upgraded burr set made by Baratza, I thought it pulled better tasting shots than the Express Impress. The touchscreen can also walk you through every step needed to make a latte, and with the same automatic steam wand as the Bambino Plus. The Touch Impress is an almost entirely automated espresso machine that still lets you pull shots and steam milk manually if you'd like. I appreciated the built-in cleaning reminders and the automatic shot timer, too. Coffee is only half the equation, however, since the Barista Touch Impress has some impressive credentials for automated milk heating and frothing too. One of the headline features is customized steam presets that automatically make great oat, soy, or almond milks to add to Breville's already established capabilities and dairy-based milk frothing. If you really know your way around a manual coffee machine, it's possible to make a better coffee than what you'll get using the automated settings on the Barista Touch Impress, but the difference won't be as big as you might think. For anyone who doesn't like the idea of having to learn about coffee in order to make a good one at home, this is a game-changing machine that opens up the doors to cafe-level coffee. Even for experienced baristas that are tight on time and space, the compact form and simplicity of dialing in different coffees makes the Barista Touch Impress a highly desirable machine. Best for anyone who wants a seamless drink-making process and has a large budget. Number 2. DeLonghi All-in-One Combination Coffee Maker and Espresso Machine. DeLonghi have a reputation for making top-quality coffee makers. The All-in-One is no exception. It's premium yet pared back. With a digital touchscreen, bold setting for string coffee, spill-proof carafe, and pod compatibility, it's easily the most versatile machine that we have tested. When our tester, we were impressed with how easy it was. All we had to do was fill a portafilter with coffee grounds, lock it into place, and press a button. Within seconds, the All-in-One made a delicious espresso. If you want a frothy coffee, the steam button can make latte and cappuccino milk for you. Lots of premium espresso machines have a steam wand. However, the steam wands on machines like the Casa Brews and Breville Barista Pro, which can take practice to fully master. Having an automatic milk frothing function can really help. However, if you want to switch it up from espresso, this coffee maker also makes drip coffee. All you need to do is pour the coffee grounds into a basket and press a button. However complex your coffee is, the combination maker can handle it. That's why this is perfect for a beginner. It's moderately priced and won't take up much room on your countertops either. Most of the DeLonghi All-in-One Combination coffee makers features can be summed up in its title. A machine that does everything, and does it well, can't be overstated. The few things I would change are personal quirks. For example, I prefer a stainless steel carafe to one made of glass. Also, it seems tedious to have to put a cup under the filter holder every time to preheat the coffee unit. However, the ability to make 4 drinks in one machine may be worth the extra work. Aside from those issues, it's a very good machine. Number 3. The best espresso machine for enthusiasts, Rancilio Silvia Espresso Machine. A favorite of home baristas for over 2 decades, the Rancilio Silvia is one of the first home espresso machines ever made with commercial-grade parts. It's heavy-duty with a fairly small body, and I pulled some of the best-tasting espresso shots on it during testing. While it doesn't have a PID-controlled boiler, it has a light that indicates when the machine's heating, so I could temperature surf for 200 of brew temps. Its single boiler can be switched to hot water mode that dispenses out of the steam wand for preheating cups, as well as steam mode. That means it has a more powerful steam wand than most of my top picks, since it has a full boiler pressurizing the steam wand instead of a quick heating thermal block. The steam wand itself was a joy to use. It's the same full articulating steam wand that Rancilio adds to its commercial machines, and combined with the weighted professional portafilter, using the Silvia felt like having a pro setup at home.
The Rancilio Silvia is very much like a professional-level espresso machine, both in terms of its quality and the amount of skill that is required to use it effectively. It allows you, and in most instances forces you, to customize every aspect of the espresso-making process, from grind size to shot length.
This customization is great if you've already pulled hundreds of shots and want to tinker around to try and find the best flavor, and for that application, this is one of our top espresso machine recommendations. However, this model may overwhelm a newcomer and could sour your espresso experience.
Best for espresso enthusiasts who don't mind learning techniques or tinkering.
Number 4. The best espresso machine for hobbyists, Gaggia Classic Evo Pro Espresso Machine. The Gaggia Classic Pro is a temperamental machine, in comparison with something like the Breville Barista Express Impress. But if you want to learn how to use a real espresso machine, and you either already have a good burr grinder, or don't want an all-in-one maker, this is a compact but powerful machine that will serve you well.
Pros: powerful, commercial grade, compact, not terribly expensive. Cons: the new Pro model is slightly more user-friendly than the original. Sharp edges on corners can cut your hands. No longer comes with 58mm stainless steel tamper.
In our opinion, we think the espresso from the Classic Pro reaches near cafe quality. We found it to impart a bold and rich taste and to produce a decent crema that pleased our taste buds. When we directly compared it to a cafe shot, or one from some of the more capable machines, we did notice a slight relative lack in robustness and flavor, but when enjoyed in isolation, we didn't have any major complaints about this machine's espresso. That good taste likely comes from the very consistent and stable pressure and temperature the Classic Pro can produce and maintain. If you really like to toy with your espresso's brewing process, you may be disappointed that you can't adjust this pressure or temperature profile at all, meaning the only control you have over your brew is the coffee and specific grind size that you use. However, it does make the overall brewing process a bit simpler. Unfortunately, the milk steaming capabilities of the Classic Pro don't quite live up to its espresso brewing proclivities. Therefore, its milk drinks were amongst our least favorite of the bunch. However, its propensity to create a lot of fluffy foam can make for a decent dry cappuccino. The Classic Pro also comes with a filter basket that can accept most pre-ground espresso capsules and pods. In general, we've found the taste extracted from these pods is determined much more by the pods themselves rather than the machine used to brew them, and that those pods can't match the quality of fresh espresso pulled with this machine. Number 5. Philips 4300 Series, fully automatic espresso machine. The biggest change from previous Philips models is the interface on this new machine. Taking a cue from Seiko's Zelsys, the 4300 features a screen-based system. While it doesn't have the touch capabilities of the Zelsys, this screen gives you a high degree of control over your drinks.
Things like strength, volume, and milk froth can be adjusted using the display. While these parameters can be changed on other Philips models, the screen-based interface is much more intuitive to work with. The real game changer here is that you can save your recipe to one of two profiles.
This means that when you do put together that perfect recipe, you can recall it with a couple of button presses. The machine also has a guest profile that doesn't save the recipes, for when you or a visitor want something different. In fact, adjusting the spout for your cup will also help prevent a mess when you try out the 8 specialty coffees the Philips 4300 LatteGo has to offer.
Aside from your classic espresso shot, the 4300 can make a smooth cafe au lait, black coffee, Americano, cappuccino, latte macchiato, cafe crema, or a punchy ristretto. There's no flat white or regular cafe latte, but the amazing espresso this machine puts out more than makes up for that. You can also double up on the coffee drinks and make 2 cups simultaneously. However, milk-based drinks need to be made one at a time, since the LatteGo carafe can only hold so much liquid. This screen also gives you much deeper insight into things like cleaning schedules, maintenance, and controlling machine parameters. Instead of having to dig out your manual to find what button combination you need to press to change the machine's temperatures, you can simply use the menus found on the touch screen. The whole process of adjusting everything from drink elements to seeing maintenance information is just much more intuitive with this display. Given the relatively minimal pricing difference between the 3200 and the 4300, we think it's a really great option for anyone with the budget.
Number 6. Best Super Automatic Espresso Machine for Beginners, Gaggia Accademia Espresso Machine. The Gaggia Accademia is a top-of-the-range automatic coffee machine, with a menu of coffees that's probably longer than the menu at your local coffee shop. It boasts a simple-to-use color touch screen that walks you through every aspect of using it, and there are plenty of adjustable settings, allowing you to customize your coffee. The downsides are that it's huge, and comes with an investment-level price tag. It can make a great quality espresso, but it's not without flaws. The settings for each individual drink are also easy to adjust via the touch screen, that it's not a laborious process. In fact, if you're super into coffee, it's quite interesting to see the differences a minor adjustment can make. To pour a single espresso on the factory settings, it took 45 to 50 seconds and poured at a temperature of around 155 degrees Fahrenheit, 68 degrees Celsius. The temperature was set to the middle of the 3 temperature options, so it can be adjusted up or down to suit your preference.
A double espresso took about 60 seconds, but the average temperature was higher at around 170 degrees Fahrenheit, 77 degrees Celsius. The crema can be adjusted via the knob on the front of the spout. I preferred the full body, thick crema setting, and it produced a beautifully thick, rich crema. That's probably the best I've seen from an automatic coffee machine.
The standard cappuccino takes 1 minute 45 seconds to dispense at its 135 degrees Fahrenheit, 57 degrees Celsius, so it's immediately drinkable, but there's the option to increase the temperature if you prefer. I must admit I found the milk too bubbly, which made it very obvious that it had been dispensed from an automatic milk frother. When I turned the milk froth level down in the settings, it was marginally better, but the reality is that it simply can't produce a thick silky microfoam like you'll get from a barista. Personally, I prefer to steam my own milk using the wand, and it's great to have that as an option.
If you fancy the idea of playing barista, the steam wand is really easy to use, but if you haven't used one before, it'll take some practice to create the perfect milk texture. It's a shame that the coffee machine doesn't come with a stainless steel milk jug for use with the steam wand, especially given the premium price point.